Tonight on News Watch 12 Weekends, Merrill police are coming up with a new way to attend to those with sensory issues, and they're doing it by using stickers. I'll explain.
Drop to the middle teens, we can look forward to feeling the 40s again. I'll have all the details in just a few minutes.
And the DNR putting a halt on animal rehabilitation. The details on how the pandemic could further damage wildlife populations coming up as your local news starts right now.
Your local news and weather from where you live. News Watch 12 Weekend starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining me tonight on News Watch 12 Weekends. I'm Rachel Eiler. With the help of donations, Merrill Police Department is taking steps to further protect, understand, and bond with their entire community. News Watch 12's Rachel Perry spoke with the department and brings us details.
Sirens, unfamiliar faces, and raised voices can be stressful for someone with autism. And with no way to signal sensory triggers to law enforcement, it could lead to worsening scenarios. The Merrill Police Department now coming up with a solution to avoid negative outcomes by using stickers. The sticker can be placed in the window, acting as a notification to law enforcement when they're approaching the home.
And that partnership is really hinged on our ability to communicate, get to know, and just develop relationships with the community. And this is just a tool to further that.
A 2017 study out of the A.J. Drexel Autism Institute found that about 20% of youth with autism had been stopped and questioned by police by the age of 21, and close to 5% had been arrested. The anxiety around that possibility is something Merrill Police Chief Corey Bennett recognizes.
This just helps alleviate that anxiety. It puts it out there to be aware. We know, they know, and hopefully that just kicks off the contact even better.
With training to help some officers, personal connections came all on their own.
There are some of us that have people within the spectrum in their own families, so we have varying degrees of awareness.
Those connections, Bennett says, is what helps train more officers who don't have that same experience. And in the future, they plan to create new stickers going against the attached stigma. In Merrill, Rachel Perry, News Watch 12.
All right, joining us now, Andrew Kiefer in the Weather Center. No snow just yet. That's a little bit strange for now, the beginning of December.
That's right, Rachel. No snow on the ground, but just you wait. We could be having some flurries coming through the area tomorrow, mostly affecting Vilas County. But for now today, I wanted to get started by showing you this weather photo from Bob out of Fountain Lake. We can continue to expect to see many sunsets like this for the upcoming week as we continue to have partly cloudy skies trending through the area. So here we go, looking at live radar. Not too much over the region right now. We're going to be watching mostly clear skies through the overnight hours and then partly cloudy skies developing through the rest of our Sunday. Here we go, looking at current wind speeds. Not a whole lot to talk about here. Lots of zeros on the board, so we'll be expecting calm winds to last through the overnight hours and generally trend towards pretty calm for starting off your work week. Temperatures right now hovering just at about 20 degrees, upper teens in there as well. We'll dip a few degrees cooler, getting to about 15 degrees for your overnight. So here we go, looking at that temperature trend for the upcoming week. A few steady days of 35-degree highs, and then we're looking forward to that 43 by Wednesday. I'll have your full forecast coming up shortly.
Thank you, Andrew. Well, DHS is reporting another 77 deaths today. That's going to bring the 7-day death average to 60 deaths per day, a record high since the state began testing earlier this year. Now, despite that record 7-day average, the death rate held steady today at 9%. The state also reporting 4,831 new cases. Now, DHS announced that they will be following new CDC recommendations, meaning those who have had close contact with someone with COVID-19 only needs to quarantine for 10 days if they do not exhibit any symptoms. Those guidelines will begin to take effect on Monday. Well, speaking of COVID, we do know that animals can contract the coronavirus. Now, wildlife centers are trying to figure out how to care for the ones that are more susceptible to COVID-19 during the pandemic. And there is some debate on just how to do that. In Wisconsin, the State Department of Natural Resources has temporarily stopped helping animals like bats, mink, and other members of the cat and weasel families. But the Dane County Humane Society says this prevents them from helping injured or orphaned wildlife. It could also mean that unequipped people could take matters into their own hands when it comes to rehab.
What our concern is that these restrictions are actually causing more harm than they are doing good and creating a greater risk both for the animals and for the community.
The Department of Natural Resources does stand by its decision, saying exposing animals to COVID-19 and then releasing them into the wild could threaten then more than human health. With more than 2,600 deaths reported Friday and hospitals filling up once again across the country, the nation's governors are weighing new restrictions to slow the spread of COVID-19. And while health officials say things will continue to get worse, there is some hope on the horizon. NBC's Chris Pallone reports.
In Northern California, people in 5 Bay Area counties are bracing for new COVID-19 stay-at-home orders taking effect Sunday night. Health officials hope shutting down things like outdoor dining, playgrounds, and salons quickly can save lives.
Until we get through this wave, you should not meet in person with anyone you do not live with, even in a small group and even outdoors with precautions.
But the restrictions have business owners losing hope.
Christmas time coming, that's how people get the nail done more, get beauty for holiday, and now they shut down again. We don't know what we can do with our financial.
Americans are dying from COVID at a rate of nearly 2 people per minute. The University of Washington says the virus is now the leading cause of death in the U.S., but there is some hope.
Please roll up your sleeves.
In Arizona, practice, not for COVID testing, but to give vaccine shots to people in their cars. An FDA vote possible Thursday for emergency use authorization for the first COVID-19 vaccine in the U.S. from drug maker Pfizer.
As early as Friday of next week, we could see vaccinations happening across the country.
But experts say even if vaccinations start next week, it will be some time before everyone in the U.S. can get one and before life truly returns to normal.
And it's only when you've got a lot more vaccine and a lot more people immunized that you can really start to see the actual pandemic itself coming under control.
A light at the end of the tunnel, maybe, but health officials warn things are bad now and will get much worse without stronger efforts to stop the virus. Chris Pallone, NBC News, New York.
While we don't see any snow on the ground yet, winter is approaching and gardeners already preparing for the spring season. When we return, we'll head over to Nicolet College, where the community garden prepares the final details to officially opening in the spring of 2021. That's all after Maine weather with Andrew, right here on News Watch 12 Weekends.
Stay tuned to get a free pan from Granite Stone. Stuck on eggs, burnt on batter. You can scrub and scrape, but you can't escape the nightmare of your sticky pans. Introducing the Granite Stone Pan, the all-new durable non-stick pan. No butter or oil needed. Watch, we melted down these sticky candies in Granite Stone, and it just doesn't stick. We cooked a half a dozen eggs, bacon, cheese, and tomato breakfast with no butter or oil, and it just doesn't stick. Look, caramels, chocolate, and cheese. Unreal for any other pan, but not for Granite Stone. It just doesn't stick. Granite Stone will be the last pan you'll ever need because it's pressed from a solid aluminum disc for even heat conduction. Then coated 3 times with our durable Granite Stone finish. Granite Stone is metal utensil safe and won't scratch. And talk about non-stick. This salmon cooked skin side down with no added butter or oil just doesn't stick. This steak is perfectly seared just like the pros. And because Granite Stone is oven rated to 500 degrees, we bake this upside down pan pizza to perfection, and it just doesn't stick. Fire Flambe Delicious Cherries Jubilee. Plus it's PFOA free and 100% dishwasher safe. Call or go online to get your Granite Stone pan for the special TV discount price of just $19.99. Granite Stone is so durable it comes with a 10-year warranty. And with every order, you're going to get a Granite Stone single-serve egg pan absolutely free. It's the perfect size for personalized eggs, omelets, or frittatas that slide right out. It makes the best bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich quick. Yours absolutely free. We'll even ship your entire order free. That's right, free shipping. You get it all, an incredible value. Here's how to order.
To order, call 1-800-898-6703. That's 1-800-898-6703 or order online at buygranitestone.com. That's 1-800-898-6703. Call now.
Welcome back. Well, for the past couple nights, we've been experiencing overnight lows a lot warmer than average. They've been generally getting to the lower 20s, upper teens. Tonight, we'll finally watch those temperatures drop to about 15 degrees for overnight. That'll be really late into the early hours of Sunday morning, with that normal overnight low being about 13 degrees, so getting right about average for our overnight tonight. We'll also be seeing mostly clear skies throughout your Saturday night. So here we go, looking at that future cast, seeing a nice pocket of just clear skies over the North Woods as clouds continue to make their way through the area. So really similar conditions that we've been seeing for the past week, kind of spotty clouds and then sunshine, kind of that mix going on forward. So that trend is going to continue for our Sunday, except what will be different for Sunday is that this could be bringing in a few snow flurries. So that dry streak we've been enjoying could be over tomorrow, but just briefly, not a whole lot of accumulations expected. Here's just to get a little bit of perspective. We have seen 6 inches of snowfall back in 1927. Of course, now we're not seeing much of anything. And look at those temperatures, that average being 28 degrees, hovering just a little bit above that, but we've seen a lot warmer temperatures, especially that back in 1988. All right, so we're going to be trending pretty dry going into the middle part of December here. So kind of continuing on that trend of no rain, no snow is going to be the idea as we head through that middle part of the month. So here we go, seeing that kind of orange-yellow color, meaning that we're going to be drier than average, and then that gray kind of about average conditions. So we're right in that sweet spot in between where we could see just average to slightly drier conditions. So here we go, looking at that future snowfall as we head into Sunday to Monday. Just very little accumulations expected, if any at all. 0.2 inches up for mainly Vilas County. Otherwise, the lightest of dustings will be expected for the Northwoods. So here we go, looking at that current snowfall on the ground. Not much more than this is going to be the idea as we head into your upcoming work week. Just the smallest of dusting is going to be just building on top of that. Also looking at future wind gusts, not too much to talk about there as well. Winds are going to be pretty quiet as we head into the upcoming week. Calm conditions for your Saturday night, and then into Sunday, still pretty calm, picking up a little bit out of the west between good 0 to 5, sometimes 10 miles per hour. Otherwise, then heading into Monday, we still kind of see that trend going on forward. Calm winds to about 5 miles per hour. So really light and breezy as we head into your week, along with those temperatures being pretty mild as well. But for now tonight, we're watching those overnight lows get to about 15 degrees, mostly clear skies. And then as we head into Sunday, we'll watch those temperatures get up to about 35, partly cloudy skies, kind of that same idea we've been seeing for the past week. Winds again still staying relatively calm. Now here we go, looking at that Northwoods Furniture and Mattress 7-day forecast. Lots of sunshine coming on up for the upcoming week. We have that small opportunity to see a few snow flurries coming up for us on Sunday. And check that out, all the way on Wednesday, we'll look forward to high temperatures getting to about 43 degrees. So really just staying above average, that average being about 29 for our high. We're going to be well above that for the upcoming week, and our overnight lows. So those overnight lows again are about 13 degrees. We'll check that out. Tonight we're going to be at 15 and then trending through the mid to upper 20s for the rest of your week coming up here. So really nice conditions to come. That's enough of weather for now. Let's turn it back over to Rachel with more news.
Thank you, Andrew. Well, the Northwoods Community Garden held a little party of their own this morning to make sure some leafy residents are in order for this winter season. The construction party was hosted on Nicolet's campus, where attendees took one final step to make sure that the community garden is nourished. President of the Northwoods Community Garden, Peter Zambon, says before spring of 2021, they do have some more protecting to do.
Today we're out here to have our final, hopefully, construction party of the season. And we've constructed our beds, as you can see right behind me. And our goal for today is to cover them with a protective weed barrier paper.
However, their ultimate goal is to share the importance of knowing just how to grow your own food.
Give more people access to growing their own food so that they can learn how delicious and healthy it is to grow your own vegetables and fruits.
If you are interested in learning how to do that, you can book a spot in the community garden through their Facebook page. Well, another Saturday, another tough loss for the Wisconsin football team. Griffin Stroyan, you're finally here on the weekend team. Welcome. What's going to happen with the Badgers tonight?
Yeah, Rachel, it was pretty bad. The offense just couldn't do anything on offense. Plus, we'll have more from that game and highlights from some local teams. Sports is coming up next.
My name is Sheldon. I'm from Wausau. I went to the doctor and I was diagnosed with a deteriorating spine. And finally, I couldn't hardly function no more. So I'm sitting and watching TV, and I see Dr. Justin Sherrick come on there. I got right in the car and drove right down to his office. I started treatment that very same day, and that brings us here today. I'm totally pain-free. Can't thank the doctor enough.
Are you suffering with back or neck pain and considering the possibility of surgery? At the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau, we incorporate the latest technologies, including high-intensity laser therapy that provides the highest success rates in helping people just like you avoid back and neck surgery. With our treatments, there are no drugs and no surgery, just relief. Call today for a free spinal disc severity consultation and see if our treatments are right for you. Call 715-203-4392 or visit us at spinalaid.com. Start living your life pain-free.
Witness the magic of Christmas at Rhinelander's Lights of the Northwoods for 2 weekends beginning Friday, December 11th and again Friday, December 18th at Hodag Park. This free event will feature over 150,000 Christmas lights and over 60 displays. A food donation to the area pantries is appreciated. All 6 days will feature the lighting displays either on the driving path or a wonderful walking path, made possible by these major financial partners and media sponsors. To learn more, visit lightsofthenorthwoods.com.
On December 7, 2005, I was deployed to Baghdad, Iraq. As I was searching for the bomb, the bad guy and the bomb found me first. After the explosion, I was left with a 1% chance of living. During my road to recovery, I had a tremendous amount of support from friends and families and the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes. The primary mission of the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes is to offer financial emergency assistance to veterans and their families.
Visit saluteheroes.org to learn more.
Sports Watch 12 starts now.
I'm curious, how many people actually watched the NFL last Wednesday? It felt weird watching the game, especially in the middle of the day, but I was happy to have some sports, and today we had some early girls basketball early on. Rhinelander Hodags taking on the Blue Jays of Three Lakes. We're going to go over here to the first half, and Three Lakes gets off to a hot start. On the break, it's Taylor Coling. She's going to find Tara Sawinski, and she hits the layup plus the foul. Blue Jays up 5. Now Hodags down 8, and an out-of-bounds play here for Rebecca Lawrence, and she drills the three-pointer, clawing their way back into this one. Now Rhinelander shows off how to break the press. Some great passing, and Lawrence finishes the layup. Hodags only down 1, and Rhinelander now up 2, but not for long. Three Lakes, Sydney Lurvey. She's going to drive to the hoop here, gets hit, makes the layup and the foul. Rhinelander had a 2-point lead at half, and it only grows in the second. They beat Three Lakes 53-42. Down to DC Everest, a showdown on the ice between the Evergreens and Mosinee. We're going to go to the first period. Mosinee striking first. Caden Schmerler walks in with a snipe from the faceoff. Mosinee up 1-0. They're looking to add to their lead here. They're going to drop a pass to Slade Krause. Takes the wrist shot, but Breda Sabatke gobbles it up. Nice glove save there to keep it at 1-goal game. Second period, we're going to go. Schmerler coming down the slot. Nice save, but then he's dishing one out to Grant Kuklinski. 5-hole. Mosinee goes up by 2. Evergreens come roaring back to force double overtime. This game officially goes down as a tie, but Mosinee won the shootout for fun. Well, the Badgers football team was back in action today. They missed last week's game against Minnesota because the Gophers had some COVID-19 issues, and today they hosted one of the biggest surprise teams in the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers. Indiana has lost 10 straight. I'll say it again, 10 straight against Wisconsin. Let's go to the first. Graham Mertz drops back to pass, doesn't see the Indiana rush, fumble, and the Indiana Hoosiers recover it. And now, second quarter, 6 plays later, Jack Tuttle, the backup, throws it to Peyton Hendershot in the corner for the 1-yard TD. Hoosiers take a 7-0 lead. Now in the third, Indiana up 4. 3rd and goal, Tuttle falling back as he throws and finds Wap Fillier for the 7-yard touchdown. Hoosiers up 14-3, but the Badgers had a shot at the end of the game to win it. 4th and 10, Mertz throws it to Chimbre DK, but it's incomplete. Wisconsin falls to Indiana 14-6. Head coach Paul Christ, he thought his team played well, but obviously not good enough.
If you want to beat a good team, you gotta play good football, and I think we had moments of it, but we certainly didn't play well enough.
That was the Badgers' last home game this year. Their final game of the regular season will be next week as they travel to take on Iowa. Now, here's some food for thought. According to the Packers beat writer Andy Herman, the Packers are just 4-6 in their last 10 games against teams with bird mascots. However, they are 9-1 in their last 10 games against the NFL's animal mascots. Now, obviously, those stats mean nothing. Just some fun to think about. Green Bay will play host to the Philadelphia Eagles tomorrow afternoon, and Green Bay's defense will look to feast against Carson Wentz. Philly's QB has committed 19 turnovers through 11 games, and for Packers defense, that has 12 takeaways on the season. You might think they're licking their chops, but Mike Patton isn't taking this Eagles offense lightly.
This is a good NFL team that's got good players that's coming in here, and they came in here a year ago and took it to us. So we're looking forward to it.
Packers defense is feeling it. Safety Adrian Amos says this group has steadily improved from last week's.
Everybody's getting a little bit more comfortable. Everybody's flying around a little bit faster. Everybody's a little bit more on page, and it's just building each and every week. It's just a great mindset.
Tomorrow's game will kick off at 3:25. We'll have full coverage afterwards. When we return, restaurant owners are fighting to survive during the pandemic, pleading to President-elect Joe Biden for policies that will help small businesses. I'll break down the details after the break.
The unknown is not empty. It's a storm that crashes and consumes, replacing thought with worry. But one thing can calm uncertainty: an answer. Uncovered through exploration, teamwork, and innovation. An answer that leads to even more answers. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
Prevention is important. Help protect yourself and others from the spread of illness by keeping your home clean and germ-free. Here are some areas to pay special attention to. Walkways and floors around main doors accumulate a lot of germs. Make sure you sanitize these frequently. The kitchen can be a haven for microbes. Concentrate on countertops and appliances that get a lot of hand contact. The living room is a hub of activity where germs can easily spread. Locate and handle any often touched objects. Bathrooms attract viruses and bacteria very quickly. Focus on faucets, fixtures, and floors to keep germs at bay. Children's areas can easily become breeding grounds for germs. Address objects and places where kids sleep and play. Sanitizing is easy and should be done several times a day. First, ensure good ventilation. Then, clean all dirt from the surface or object. Next, kill the remaining germs with disinfectant, following the manufacturer's directions. And finally, wash your hands thoroughly. Learn all prevention guidelines. Download the free booklet at scientology.org/staywell. An ounce of prevention is worth a ton of cure.
Welcome back to Newswatch 12 Weekends. As the coronavirus shows no signs of slowing down, small businesses around the country are doing everything they can to stay afloat. Kent Wainscott brings the story of a Milwaukee restaurant owner pleading with the President-elect Biden for immediate help.
How bad has it been?
It is absolutely the worst case scenario you could have.
Dan Jacobs sees a restaurant industry in crisis. And that's a message he delivered directly to someone he hopes will step up to help.
Tell me about what your real deep concerns are. I'd like to hear it. It will help me inform my policy.
Jacobs spoke with President-elect Joe Biden Wednesday as part of a call with other concerned small business owners.
This is the big one, Mr. President-elect. All I'm asking is that you give us the tools to succeed, to get back to what we do best, which is hospitality.
He explained that he and his business partner had 3 restaurants, a bakery, and more than 90 employees in March before COVID hit. Now their revenue is down 90%. They have just 26 workers, only 12 full-time, and have had to close half their businesses. And the entire industry, he told Biden, is struggling.
We need grant help, and we need that grant help now.
He painted a picture for Biden of a grim winter for restaurants.
We're in a really bad place. You know, COVID COVID rates are soaring, and it's a perfect storm of loss of revenue, which is going to create loss of jobs. Thanks again for your time and for hearing me today.
Thank you, Dan.
What did you hear from Joe Biden?
He did give me hope that I don't think I had yesterday, that at the end of this, there is a silver lining and there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Can it happen fast enough to save businesses like this?
It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough.
This Christmas, Fleet Farm has every gift for every list. Gifts are big at Fleet Farm. You'll find the biggest selection and the biggest savings. Know someone who's big into toys? Get up to 50% off our low fleet price on all toys. Or for someone who's big into tools, a 192-piece DeWalt Mechanics tool set is just $19.99. Fleet Farm has gifts for everyone on your list. Christmas shopping just got easier. Fleet Farm. Gifts are big here.
You can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no. One man band. Just follow your dreams and keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want a Medicare plan that meets our needs. That's why we'll help you find yours, even if it's not ours. Register for an online seminar or a one-on-one appointment with a friendly rep today.
Witness the magic of Christmas at Rhinelanders Lights of the Northwoods for 2 weekends beginning Friday, December 11th and again Friday, December 18th at Hodag Park. This free event will feature over 150,000 Christmas lights and over 60 displays. A food donation to the area pantries is appreciated. All 6 days will feature the lighting displays either on the driving path or a wonderful walking path, made possible by these major financial partners and media sponsors. To learn more, visit lightsofthenorthwoods.com.
From all of us at Burns Insurance, we want to thank you for your continued business.
We want to wish you a very safe and healthy holiday season. Happy holidays.
Our local shelters have lots of furry friends in need of loving homes. Watch News Watch 12 today, every Friday morning, to see a new cuddly cat or dog ready for you to adopt. Homeward Bound on News Watch 12 today is sponsored by Paws and Claws. At WJFW, our News Watch 12 news team works around the clock to bring you the news that matters most of all to the Northwoods. Our team is committed to the community and ensuring that you are as informed as possible. The News Watch 12 team works hard to deliver the most important stories from around the globe, local and national sports updates, and weather reports. We are NBC News Watch 12, news from where you live.
Hi, I'm Justin with Miracle of Wausau. If you're struggling to hear your favorite news or entertainment shows, stop in and see me for a free hearing test.
Welcome back. Andrew, here's a question for you. Have you ever tracked Santa when you were a little kid?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah? With the NORAD tracking system?
I want to know where my presents are, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the official website for 2020 has officially launched. This is going to mark the 65th year of launching that website and tracking St. Nick around the globe. Now, of course, due to COVID restrictions, things will be running a bit differently. It's going to be a little difficult to get on one of the tracking Santa's phone line. Only 10 volunteers are going to be working, so they're following CDC guidelines as well. That's going to be down from over the last 150 years. But NORAD says callers who can't get through will receive a recorded update on Santa's current location. NORAD officials say that even with a pandemic, it's not going to stop that holiday fun. So make sure that you're tracking Santa on December 24th. That'll be there for you, Andrew.
Wonderful. Well, we're not tracking Santa yet tonight, but we are going to be looking outside just to get a final look at that snowfall. So we're just seeing the tiniest of bits linger through Eagle River right now. Most snow coming for us tomorrow is going to be for Vilas County. So here we go one more time looking at that snowfall accumulation. By Monday early hours, we'll be seeing about 0.2 inches coming through, mostly Vilas County. And now finally, for a final look at that full forecast, we're looking at pretty decent conditions going on for the upcoming week. We'll be seeing plenty of sunshine to take us all the way through all next week.
Awesome. Well, we're looking forward to that. Just a little bit of snow, not ready yet for full winter blowout. But that's it for your news around the Northwoods. I'm Rachel Eiler. I will see you tomorrow night.